Hello again, and welcome back to more Sonic Conquers, the Brotherhood. I haven't done much grinding this time around, just figured I'd just leave it where it lay. Story so far. When the evil Lord Finidivus stole the Master Emerald from Angel Island, Sonic and his friends chased him into another dimension. After detecting the Chaos Emerald in Sector Kareb, the team traveled to the world of the Psychic Voxai. With luck, the Voxai would welcome them on their quest to stop Finidivus. Soon after landing on Voxai Colony Beta, the team was approached by a Voxai named Phoebes. He seemed agitated, but was happy to find the team, and he asked for Sonic's help. Maybe if they helped him, it would help them find the Chaos Emeralds. As you've probably noticed as well, I've been experimentating a little bit with the layout for the DS streams as well. I wanted to try and get a good ratio of main screen and other screen. Hopefully this one's a little bit better than what I had previously. Mainly that you can actually read what's the story so far segment. Let's just get into this. Sector Charybdis. Will admit this is a little bit of a short notice kind of thing, as I sort of lost track of time a little, but regardless, I think our next side quest is involving this fellow here. Hold still, you devil.
I can't hear the voices.
What's wrong?
My name is Croesus. I can't hear the Overmind. Their voices giving me purpose. My family and I have all lost their voices.
What do you mean?
We hear nothing but static in my mind. As if the Overmind signals were being jammed. We saw Nocturnus scouts skulking around the colony, but we were distracted. We didn't think to wonder what they were doing. We are not Outer Minds, we are Voxai, but this silence, it's unbearable.
How can the Overmind be jammed?
Let me ask him.
Oh, I can't. I don't know, and I can't get the answer. Real funny there. You know, we're trying to help you, buddy, and you are just giving us this sort of lip. Why would the Nocturnus want to jam the Overmind?
I don't know. I just know that we can't hear the Overmind think. It's horrible.
Well, let's see what we can do.
Thank you. To think they would fall to Outer Minds to save the thoughts of a Voxai.
I guess the best course of action is to just have a little look around. I may have to get up and retrieve phone a little to actually remember what I'm supposed to be doing. As we are getting into the sort of territory where I don't remember all that much about what I'm supposed to be doing, just know that there's a particular boss fight for which I'm kind of interested to see what kind of characters that I should be bringing along. Have a look in here. Nothing in here. Obviously, main objective is in Phoebes' house, but I kind of want to see what this whole side quest is about before we go in swinging. I think I might also want to switch out the team a little bit. Let's see, definitely want Amy. You know what, let's go Team Rose. Why not? May not be the most advantageous, in which case I could probably just swap out Cream for Big, maybe? Well, there's a Nocturnus, so I guess we just have to figure out which one is the right teleporter. Shouldn't be too difficult. Assuming I can remember which one it was. In which case, we'll just have to try all of them. Let's see, was it this one? No, it wasn't that one. I'll admit this is kind of an awkward one for me, because I kind of feel like I'm sort of a little bit all sort of commentated out after last stream. That one was pretty good, actually. I really enjoyed that one, but not entirely certain as to how this one's gonna go.
Wait, Sonic, are those Nocturnus scouts? Maybe they're the ones Croesus saw before. I wonder if they're having anything to do with his family's problem.
Well, why not just walk up and ask? Oh, it's just more of these. Last stream was. Yeah, it was. I mean, granted, with this sort of slower pace of a lot of these fights, it does sort of tend to feel like as though it drags on a little bit. Weirdly enough, I didn't have that problem with Emerald Legacy. I guess just because battles in the earlier gens are a lot more fast-paced. I'm just thinking back to the Cyberpunk thing where I just walked up to enemies and just went, hello. I really can't wait for next week when I can get back into it, you know what I mean? Right now it just sort of feels as though I'm, I don't want to say blue ball, because I feel it's not exactly the most appropriate, but I think you get what I mean. It feels just sort of waiting for the next part, and I'm just super eager to get into it. More Nocturnus tech.
They weren't so tough. I bet Roboto would love to see this machine they had. Looks like some sort of signal transceiver. Who cares what Robotnik wants to see? I don't know, he might be interested in this.
Venti and Shadow the Hedgehog's wacky adventures. Hold up. There we go.
I don't know, he might be interested in this. I think this machine could be what causing Coesus and his family so much trouble. Can we take it with us? It could be handy. I didn't think so. It seems to have been routed to the spot. Shut it down. Right. I'll take care of it. Let's go tell Coesus the news.
Seems simple enough. I just have to make my way back for all this teleportation nonsense. I'm thinking at the very least that we are coming to the end of this, because I think after this it's mostly just going to be Nocturnus. We got these two colonies and then just the big bad at the very end. So may end up finishing this next week, which I think is going to be good because I'm going to be going on holiday.
The voices, I can hear them again, and they sound different. I hear harsh commands where I once heard gentle suggestions. So everything is well again. You have saved my family from the unbearable silence. Now I'm connected again. I know everything the Vox I know. I might have something else for you. Yes, the other mind is concerned that Phoebes is hiding something in his house. Something you might like to have. If you want it, go look around in Phoebes' home. I cannot thank you for your help.
Ah yes, basically just saying, if you go into Phoebes' house, it's going to be a trap. Also, I've just realized the voice I've given this particular Vox is just, I'm just doing yeah, I was going to say, you're slipping into that Chip voice again. Which I'm starting to think again sounds a little bit too much like Cartman. Psychic water, You think it came from the Voxite planets, the psychic water? I mean, it would make sense. Psychic water for psychic creatures. Okay, kind of want to check what's going on in the SOP before we head on over to Phoebes' house. Because it looks like there's some kind of side quest going on here, but I'm not entirely certain we can do it yet.
Greetings, you look familiar. Oh yes, I saw you run through not too long ago. I recognize the spikes on your head. I'd never seen anyone move that fast. You almost seemed to disappear. Let me guess, did I move like a shadow? Exactly, I thought it was peculiar. How may I help you? Nothing for now. Let's go talk to Shadow again. It's like he's in my head, he's all across these planets, it's like he's everywhere. Shadow, you better not be doing anything funny inside my head. Huh. What if what Shadow would have been in here? Ah, well, let's just get Shadow out here for the time being. Okay, I think we might gonna need a warper. Check again. Yeah, Shadow isn't in here. Yeah, I kind of want to bring Big along for this, for something which will be of import a little bit later on. But for now, I think we should probably go have a look at Phoebes' house. Anything interesting in the shop? buying. Okay, so there is some interesting stuff in here. Nimble sneakers, shielded sneakers, Dura hydraulics. Kind of interested to see, actually, which of these would probably be the place with the best items. The Zoa colony are here. Because these are basically just endgame areas as far as I'm aware. Okay, I think I remember where we're supposed to go. Hit it. And we just go across the bridge again, and then we're there. Again, these are probably the most impressive looking loops in the entire game, which is kind of sad. Alright. First, let me check what's in you. I don't think there's anything. No, wait! Phoebe's there. Phoebe's has a precursor tablet. He wants us to have it. You can go back to the Chronicles unless they can help us figure out what it says.
I'm not sure this is the last precursor tablet, but I think we're getting close. Alright. I don't remember what voice I gave you, so...
Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you came. What's going on around here? Ugh, Sonic, it's horrible. We Voxai were once peaceful and carefree. For centuries, the Overmind urged us to build and accomplish great things. But not too long ago, the Great Emeralds arrived and everything changed. The Overmind's urgings became irresistible commands. I hope with all my might that you can help us return things how they were. What changed when the Emeralds arrived?
Precursors. Yep. Tails has been reading Free for Free lore again. It's like I mentioned in a previous stream, it really just feels like a very sort of generic name which you see in sci-fi. Like the Endless.
Great Emerald? You mean Chaos Emerald? Yes, of course. I see that they were stolen from your world. For all I care, they can go back there. But the Great Emerald are the source of the Overmind's power of domination. The Overmind won't give them up without a fight. What changed when the Emeralds arrived?
Oh, the Ancients, yeah.
The Overmind used to give us mental requests that showed us what to do each day. Voxai knew his purpose and everyone worked together. But with the Great Emeralds, the Overmind has the power to completely control our minds. They no longer suggest, they command. That's horrible! You seem lonely now, though. I am. But more of us are becoming outer minds each day. I think I'm slowly finding my new purpose. How do you resist the Overmind? When the Overmind began to control our minds, some of us fought them. We Voxai have powerful minds. When we set our minds to something, we rarely fail. I guess freedom is more precious to us than some others. Those few are the ones who resist. How can we help? The Great Emeralds are kept on Colony Alpha, our main homeworld. But the Overmind plans to move one out here to Colony Beta. If they do that, then we might lose our ability to resist them. But if we can stop them, we can recover the Emerald. And protect the Betans from the Overmind's control. How did the Overmind learn about the Resistance? They captured one of our friends. We can keep our secrets here, but faced with the power of the Overmind. I'm afraid I can't fault my friend for his failure. He had no choice but to tell him about us. Can we just attack Colony Alpha directly? No, there's nowhere for your ship to land, and the teleporter to Colony Alpha is psychically blocked.
Oh, psychically as opposed to physically.
Even if you could get over there, you'd be vulnerable to the Overmind's control without a Great Emerald to protect you. You have a Chaos Emerald already. You do, but the Overmind has psychically treated the Great Emeralds. You'll need one of the Great Emeralds on Colony Alpha. Why should we help you?
We don't... This seems so out of character for Sonic, he'd just do it. He doesn't need a reason to help people.
We'll do it. The Great Emerald will be delivered to Colony Beta pretty soon. We must move quickly if we are to steal it back. Hey, why are your friends changing color? What? Oh no, they found me!
Thieves of the Voxai, you are found guilty of resisting the Overmind. Remain where you are or face extermination.
Oh no, get out of here, Sonic!
Foolish outer minds, the Overmind will have you. There seems to be more of them than there were on the Overworld, I won't lie. Okay, not entirely certain how we're gonna fare against these fellas. I guess we'll just whack them first. See what happens. Okay, they have counters. Shoot. Somehow that missed, even though I failed so many. I think that's sort of the way it is with when it comes to just being as overleveled as I am. Things just tend to miss anyway. Get out of here. Yeah, I suspect these guys are more sort of akin to, I want to say Mind Flayers, but I'm pretty sure Mind Flayers have a bunch of HP as well, so I don't think that's a pretty good example. I'm just sort of thinking enemies with powerful psychic attacks, but insanely frail. Or at least frail in terms of the fact these things just still have a lot of health. Let's try an Atomic Strike. And big, feel no pain. Let's see how you handle this. Still immune to that, I see. Alright, screwed up already. Okay, so they seem to be weak against electricity. I'll keep that in mind. Still missed. Yeah, it looks like they just have Poison Touch. Somehow I screwed it up. I wasn't ready for that. Air Shield. Which somehow still protects them less than the lightning shields on the Zoa colony. So far, these particular fellas don't seem all that difficult to deal with.
Oh no, my friends! The Overmind must have moved the emerald already. That must be how they took control of my friends. We have to act fast. I'll scout around and see who else has turned against me.
You have done that yourself.
Be careful, Phoebes. Don't worry about me. I'm used to moving around here unseen. Good luck, my friends.
Okay, I guess nothing else in here. Let's just get out of here. I'm guessing the whole place is going to be after us now. Yep. Alright, still nothing from you. Why do you have quest marker over you then? That's what I want to know. Let's see. What do I want to get? Shielded sneakers. Nimble slippers. Dura hydraulics. Let's get ourselves some nimble slippers. Why not? Only other place that seems to be of note around here would be the teleporter. So let's head over to the teleporter. Greetings, Phoebes. These must be the outer minds you've been protecting, no? Felks. Who's that? I'm presuming it's Felks.
Phoebes called it Felks, one of the Overmind's elite protectors. We may be in significant danger.
Have you come to submit the Overmind, rebels?
We...
Just leave Phoebes out of this. Phoebes put himself in this situation the moment he resisted the will of the Overmind. He knows what he has done wrong. What he has done was wrong.
I no longer need the Overmind to have a purpose.
Such confidence for an outer mind. I sense resistance, protection. You possess an emerald of your own, but it's not enough, is it? The power of the Overmind flows through this stone I carry. The power to control, to enslave. You will submit, my friends. The Overmind demands it. How about now? Voxi Conspirators. I'm guessing these are just gonna be the the big guns, the big boys. Yeah, that's still plenty of damage, I will say that much. Thinking since these things are weak to electricity, my best bet would probably be to, Actually, let me just... No, I don't want to use a refresh wave. Power drink, then attack. Blow kiss on Sado. And then just nuke him with atomic strikes. Okay, one atomic strike. And big, feel no pain. We'll get it right one day. I'm ready for you this time. That's a lot of damage. Nailed it. Ah, so they can apparently hit 3 at once, it seems. Good to know. You leave Shadow alone. Let that hedgehog alone. Even he has the funny vomit sound. Yeah, something tells me I'm gonna have to heal up Shadow in a real big hurry. Let's see. Antidote. Let's use a meta-minute, why not? Okay, I can only use 2 per turn at most. And big, I don't have enough for taunt. Really, game. Alright, I guess I'll just attack normally. It never really occurred to me that Big didn't have all that much PP compared to some of the others. And again, he is a support character. Alright, can you stop, please? Fine, I'll give you 1 free hit. Okay, that's kind of stung. Struck a nerve. Time to finish this. With the power of the atom. That's what I thought. Yay! Revival ring. 10,000 for that! Mental game. Alright, moving on. You did it! You saved Colony Beta! Take the Great Emerald. It will protect you from the Overmind's control while you're on Colony Alpha. So we don't have to worry about mind control. The Overmind projects a low-level control aura that keeps the Voxeye in line. The Emerald will protect you from that. But should any Voxeye attempt to control you directly, the Emerald may not protect you. It's just one last thing to do. Oh no, he fell over. Sonic! What was that? I've stolen the teleporter code from Felx's mind. With that, the teleporter will check your mind and think you're Felx. Then you can go to Colony Alpha. Why is the Emerald pink? Your mind has filled the Emerald with their own psychic powers. As long as you have it equipped, it will give you some protection against my people's... So yeah, one of the Emeralds is just pink now. It may even give you psychic abilities of your own as long as you have it equipped. I've never seen an Outer Mind wield a Great Emerald. I'm just thinking, it's like all of a sudden you have this pink emerald, all of a sudden silver is rendered entirely pointless. Again. What should we do once we're there? Find and defeat the Overmind. That's the only way to free my people and restore peace to the Voxeye.
Oh, that's the Colony Alpha, Phoebes. I'd love to, but I will be needed here. Many more of my people will become Autominds now, and they'll need my help. Besides, it could be a liability for you if you ever manage to control me. I don't want that to happen. Fair enough. Let's go, team! Keep a calm mind, my friends. My thoughts will go with you.
Yep, it's pink. Okay, bye, Phoebes. That's an interesting thought, actually. Is the Great Emerald a bit of equipment? Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, I just remembered I have the Zoa shield as well. Let's put that on big. And give Amy the Nimble Slippers. Seems only fair. Don't think there's much for us to do here aside from whatever's going on the top screen.
If he grabs that pig emerald, it'll be the end of all of us!
Alright, I'm just gonna double check real quick if there's anything else I need to do here. Also not sure if my changing of position of my microphone, which I did yesterday, is making much of a difference. I'm hoping not. Okay, let's have a little bit of a look. Is there anything I'm missing on Colony Beta at the moment? Doesn't look like it. Alright, for the teleporter. Link to what? Let's find out.
Hope this works.
This seems relatively Sonic-y. Also, I realize we're gonna need shade for this. Sorry, Shadow. I'm just thinking with climb and warp. Shade is probably gonna be more useful in Colony Alpha than Shadow is. Kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. We still have big. Worst case scenario. It's just I didn't remember what stuff was actually on Colony Alpha. It's been so long. So we're gonna need Amy, we're gonna need big, and we're gonna need Shade. Let's try this again. Just gonna have to give it the good old run around. Okay. I don't have time for this. I want to save all my resources to Colony Alpha, you understand? Never mind. I'm still gonna keep trying to run. Oh yeah, I just realized that I just equipped Shade with the aggro chow. I kind of forgot why I took that off of Big, in all honesty. I think he's like the one character that's made for it. They're all trying so hard to hit Shade and none of their attacks are landing. Can I please get a turn? Are you done yet? Thank you. Let's try this again. There we go. Yeah, it's another thing I noticed as well. I think I pointed this out last time. Apparently this game believes that Shadow also has psychic powers. I'm guessing that's just a bit of an oversight, but I feel it's stuff like that which really just sort of hits home the prospect that Silver's best off just working in the Pizza Hut. In fact, I think this is like the game where the Pizza Hut thing was properly made into a thing. Also, We're gonna need fly as well. Excuse me, sir, can you move? Much professionalism in this... much professionalism in this stream. It's like I didn't prepare for this in the slightest. Likely an oversight. Yeah. On my part, maybe. Can I get back into the teleporter real quick? I need to leave. I need to get Bunny. Bunny is what I need. All you need is Bun. Merp, 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 merp. All you need is Bun. Merp, 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 merp. All you need is Boon. Boon. Boon is all you need. Amy, Cream, Shade. I think that should do it. I think we've pretty much gotten almost everything in terms of movement skills covered. Can you move, please, sir? Can you move, please? Thank you. Okay, take 3. Quality of life upgrade for this game will be the ability to swap party members on the fly. I mean, on paper at least, but there's some segments where you have to have multiple parties at once, and I'm not entirely certain as to whether that would break anything. Like in Metropolis, where you had 2 parties, one led by Sonic and Knuckles, the other led by Tails and Robotnik. Belgug. So in terms of structure, while it would be nice, I don't think it would necessarily work out in the long term. Unless they just axe those particular segments altogether. I don't even need to go for the teleporters, what am I thinking? Okay. And here we are again. We got Shade, we got Cream, so we can fly. We have support, we have tankiness, we have speed, we have support. We have everything we need here, I think. Unless we need invulnerability, in which case I think I'm gonna have a panic attack. I mean, I could use Tails for this, but I think Cream is going to be the more interesting option. For reasons which will become obvious by the end of this. Egg. It really feels as though you're sort of expected to use Shade in this part, or at the very least just, Shadow and or Knuckles. Clever. And again, the music crackles with excitement. You know what, let's just, throw everything we have into this one guy, see what happens. Lucky I brought the Clark along with us this time. Okay, I guess we have counters to worry about as well. I'm thinking probably our best move would just be to just spam axe kick at them and see what happens. Even that wasn't enough to drop one of these things. Yeah, just spam axe kicks. We have power drinks, it's fine. Let's go for Blow Kiss. Spin cycle. Okay then. Blade rush. Let's do this. See how much damage that does now. It's like you're pretty much expected to use power moves at this point. I mean, I suppose there's no excuse for me not to, considering just how many items I have at this point. Yeah, that was the wrong target. Let's see how much a spin cycle does. Shanked. I think I already mentioned this, just how the dynamic of base Cream being the tails to Amy Sonic has just been lost over time. I'm not even sure what Cream actually does in the IDW comics anymore, aside from just sort of remain at the hoose and have Vanilla be the one who scares everyone. Then again, I haven't been keeping up with IDW in a long time because, as I've stated previously, it feels as though IDW borrows time like Warner Brothers has borrowed money. So for all I know, the IDW run could be doing fine, but don't think she's appeared in a while. Guess it goes to show the point that without that whole it's sort of like with Rouge, actually, where it feels as though a lot of these characters have been sort of losing their purpose over time. Or at least their initial purpose. Like, Rouge, for example, was supposed to be a romantic foil for Knuckles, and that's basically been dropped because romance isn't allowed to happen in this series anymore, allegedly. Cream was supposed to be the tails to Amy Sonic, and that's not a thing anymore. Amy was supposed to be, crazed love interest and, sort of mini Sonic, and that's sort of been thrown out the window as well. Just feels as though a lot of these characters don't exactly have much of a purpose anymore. They're just sort of there to placate the fans. Hey, this looks like a relic from the Nocturne. Maybe we should get this to Nestor. Maybe there's another precursor tablet here as well. Who knows? You really need a dash, level 3 dash to get across this tiny hole. Okay, there's a little bit more to it. Another being scary about Mom is more a recent thing to come out of those two things being the comics about that trace sort of... I feel it's more of a trope than anything, where you have this sort of, normally gentle mom-type character who's secretly really scary for some reason. Alright, anything interesting this time? Another Bepke. I'll be sure to put that on big when I got the chance. Also, funny thing, I heard recently about the, grapple claws, minute, refresh away. Heard rumors about, the former head of IDW being arrested recently for effectively fraud. Like, he had all this money for streaming deals and such, and most of it just went to, instead of going into streaming products, just went directly into his pocket. And he was the one who wanted all this IDW to go into streaming deals and effectively sort of killed IDW, because aside from what you want to say about messaging this and that, as far as another Tupelo, as far as I'm aware, IDW was doing relatively okay at being a comics thing, and really started to suffer when it tried to go into streaming like everybody else in the known universe. All of a sudden I just got pretty much everything. Alright, let's see what I gotta do here. Is this just another Simon Says? It feels as though most of these puzzles just boil down to Simon Says. Oh, there you are. Phoebe sent me to help you. The machine... How are you here? You're supposed to be under the Overmind's control. This machine generates the force well that keeps the Overmind safe. You have to shut down this machine before you can face the Overmind. I'm not sure how it works, but maybe I can give you a hint or two. How are you resisting the Overmind's control here? Phoebes took a passcode from Felix's mind. That code seems to be protecting me from the... Okay. Sure. I'm not sure how long it'll last, but I can help you as much as I can. I'll see what I can do. Just close the... Yep. Let's see what we have to do for the color puzzle. This feels as though it's just going to be another Simon Says. So, Amy, can go on blue. Or can she? Okay, Amy can go on blue. Krem can go on yellow. And Shay can go on red, so it's sort of like... It's like Team Rose all over again. Okay. Lello. Okay, it really is Simon Says. What do you mean? Okay, just go straight to blue. Okay, so just set... What do you want from me, game? Okay, not that. It seems to be a trick when it flashes a very nice OST game. You know it! Oh, I think it's timed, right. I think when it flashes twice, I just have to do nothing. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing now, so... Blue... Lilo, don't touch anything. Blue. Don't touch anything. Red. Okay. Now I see what I was supposed to do, game. Very nice. Thank you. Much appreciated. For all that, just... You really give me health seats at this point in the game. Very nice game, thank you. Much thanks. Alright, let's see what other chows I've got here. Jirna, another Chorus, and another Belgog. Still no Ferox. Just want to check if there's anything of note around here. It seems as though we're supposed to just go through the teleporter. Wait. Game. You just brought me back to the beginning. And the... Really, I could just feel the emulator, sorry, the actual DS I'm playing on, just struggling to play this with the music. It's like it knows. It knows what it's playing, and it knows this music is an affront to everything in the name of good taste. I'm just gonna heal up real quick. Metamitter, Refresher Wave, all good to go. Into the Overmind's lair. This must be the place, eh, team? Team? You never pay attention to me. What's going on, Sonic? I betrayed Lord Finidivus. What's going on here, guys? This one resists us. It possesses power of its own. Give in to us, Outer Mind. Let us unburden you of choice. No, you won't control me. So yeah, fun fact, Cream is just allegedly just immune to the mind control. And I think Big is as well, weirdly enough. It's like, you go into this with Big and he's like, oh, my head. For some reason I was gonna try and go for just whatever it expects. I mean, oh, my head hurts. I still prefer doing the Duke Nukem voice for Big, because yeah, otherwise I'm just gonna devolve into Matt Damon. It is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. Fight us if you wish. We will even give you your friends back to give you a fighting chance. We would hate for this to end so quickly.
You're wasting my time, you overblown windbags. Are we gonna fight or not?
Boss time. Overmind, Leucosia, Ligaya, Ligma, Riadne. 600. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Starting to think my best bet would probably just be to just nuke him with fax kicks. And just, power drink afterwards. Let's see, blow kiss. And, just treat the one in the middle like a nail. Here, oh yeah, tough. Let's get that to Sonic. Cloak and Blade Rush. Just focus fire the first one. Bring it on. That was nearly half his health. Psych confused. Oh no, he's playing Earthbound. Sonic, no. You got this, Sonic. That's like the easiest one so far. Come on, open at them, Sonic. Not great, but still. That's most of his health gone already. Sonic, watch out, you're gonna get your mind blown. Do I have any... Okay, I have a bunch of antidotes. It'll be fine. Nah, it'll be fine. Refresh, and just keep up the blade rushes, I suppose. Do it for another power drink. And now Shade is the fastest because Sonic has decided to do his best Sonic X impression, just spend the whole time asleep. Psy-Dazzle? Jeez Louise! I have no idea what that did, though. It was terrifying. Okay, one down, at the very least. I kind of feel that particular attack, Blow Kiss, should probably just have, I suppose, different properties when it's used specifically against Sonic, because otherwise it just sort of makes Amy look like a bit of a hussy. That's just my thoughts, though. You know what, let's use the tarot cards. We haven't used the tarot card yet. At least successfully. So, that's a lot of damage. Get a load of this. What's so funny about the cream doing a little dance, the overlays just fail? Yeah, that's what I've been saying this whole time. I'm pretty sure that is just a meme gif at this point. And I think that particular refreshed ability is the one that's it's most commonly associated with. Alright, only one of these poor fellas left. Let's make this a little bit more interesting, shall we? Blade draw. Let's go for all team attacks. And then a refresher wave, methinks. Let's do this, Amy! Ow, ow, ow. Again, the music is just struggling to keep up with the action. What's gonna work? Teamwork. Go get him, Amy. Put him in the spin dryer. Turn him into a Sonic Says segment. Alright, that's alright, I guess. Could have been better. Let's try that again. Let's do this, Amy. This ought to do it. There we go. Yay! The first fight with the Overminds. Of course it's 3 people at once. 12,000 of that, though. I won't say no. No, I want to max out Blowkiss. We saved the day. My friends, you did it! I sensed concern in the Overmind and I came to see. You really did it. I never thought it could be done. You defeated the Overmind and freed us all. Because he was a cocky... Because they were cocky little pricks. Please, take both Great Emeralds. Return them to your world. Your people would look to you to lead them, thieves. Yes, I see that now. Okay, so I guess the Overmind's just dead. We literally just fried their brains with that last attack. I'll take what remains of the Overmind's power and lead my people fairly. Until I don't, obviously. The Voxeye will be free to choose their own purpose, just as I have. I pledged you the friendship of the Voxeye race. If you ask, we will help you protect your world against the Nocturnus. Just don't let this go to your head, okay? I won't. I get it. I understand that reference. Please be careful. My people tell me that the Nocturnus have landed. They must have heard you were here. We have to pretend to be loyal to them, as the Overmind were. We're no match for them right now. Consider our colony open to you. Return whenever you like. For now, I have work to do. My people need me. Thanks to you, I have found my purpose. Yep. One of the legendary Chaos Emeralds. And just like that, we just suddenly went up to 5. This makes 5 Chaos Emeralds. And with that, there's nothing for us here on Colony Alpha, I believe, so we can just go. Or at least we would until the... just constantly getting mugged by Gizoids. Oh yeah, we still need to go back and visit Nestor, don't we? Yeah, alright, we'll take you on. We'll stop you no matter what. It's kind of a shame, really, because I feel as though, once we are done with a lot of these more story-themed games, I'm not going to have that many opportunities to do all my, my Sonic voice, which I feel as though I've been enjoying doing so far. Alright, let's see if we can nail it this time. Yay! Yeah, these things still do a lot of... I mean, to be fair, we do a lot of damage as well, so I suppose all's fair. I would definitely be down for Gizoids using a fair bit more of our moves, because it only feels as though they use a handful. At least as far as I'm aware. Okay, let's just burn them down. I'm thinking for Amy, I'm gonna want to bring Cream up a little bit, because she's not exactly looking the most healthy. And Antidote. I could have sworn there was some kind of full restore on this, but eh. That was just all of its health. I think that one might be funnier, actually, just bricks exploding over our head. Somehow that's... It's weird. It feels as though all of a sudden Shade has just become untouchable. I don't mind, it's just, odd. Alright, let's try this again. I think that, Sonic will be enough to just deal with this last one. At least I'm fairly certain after this, it's just straight onwards to Nocturne. And maybe a little bit afterwards, though. I would definitely appreciate, having the last part sort of dedicated to Nocturne. You know, just sort of the finale. Feels like a fitting time for it to end as well. Yeah, what is up with the amount of damage these guys do? I mean, to be fair... Gearzoid Mark II. 9,000? There's no way that can be right. Just casually throwing out enemies which deal, like, which deal 9,000 EXPs. This definitely does seem like an opportunity for us to grind normally, but, we have places to be. See you later. Yeah, I think this area most of all just sort of feels like an area we would see in a sort of, Cartoon Network themed, license game. Just sort of has that same feel to me. Not sure if you, get what I mean, though. Alright, let's see if there's anything going on at the shop at the moment. Lay it on me. Your overmind is defeated. I have chosen to keep being a traitor. It was nice to have that choice. Did you know about thieves? I did. I was an outer mind like he was, but now we don't have to hide thanks to you. Yeah, still no idea what's going on in here, to be brutally honest. Psychic water... Doesn't seem as though there's anything of note that I have to buy here. Fusion Fall. I don't think that's a term I've come across before. What do we do now? That's a very good question. For me, I'm getting the fluff out of here. Let's see where we have to go next. So, what do we do next? We have all the Chaos Emeralds I detected, there are still 2 more emeralds missing. Lord Finidivus is probably hitting the other emeralds on Nocturne. That would explain why we never detected them. Well, why wouldn't we detect them? There's a repulsor field around Nocturne. Nothing gets through the field without Lord Finidivus' permission. The field will even block your senses. We have to get through. Finidivus has the Master Emerald in there, I can feel it. Yeah, it looks bleak, doesn't it? We can't give up now, we can't let Finidivus win! What if we called everyone together to talk out a master plan? The Nurgle and the Zoe would never work together. And Phoebes has only been leader for a short time, how could he help? Anyone else have a better idea? We could give Big some ice cream. What? They have to work together or we're all doomed. And we have no choice, we have to try. Alright, I'll call him. Called have you, the mighty Foreman Crag. We need your help. We're about to try and invade Nocturne. Help I will to the best of my ability. Provide I will a meeting place. Come you to my chamber when ready you are. Good, let me call the others. Punching in the Kron, Zo, and Nurgle frequencies. Make it quick. What can the Vox I do for you? What do you need? We're going to attack Nocturne. If you want to help, meet us on the Kron colony. Foreman Krag has set aside a meeting place for us. Of course, we'll meet you there. Ha! You're either brave or suicidal, but I'll be there. Militant. We're really doing this, aren't we? We can't fail. The Master Emerald is at stake. Then we need to get to the Kron colony and get things started. Sonic, we might want to save it before we go, just in case. Tails? Hey, Sonic? Shut up. Citadel Showdown, the final chapter. Let's see what everyone else has to talk about at the moment. Hey Sonic, what's up?
How you doing, Knuckles?
I'm okay. Look, Sonic, I need to talk about something, so just listen, okay? I'm not sure we're doing the right thing going after Finitibus.
Why do you say that?
I've been the last of my kind all my life. The Nocturnus are echidnas, Sonic. And they can return to the world. I wouldn't be the last anymore. Can't you see what that means?
I understand, Knuckles. I wish it could be different.
I'm not gonna do anything stupid. I'm on this team and I won't watch my world burn. I just hope we aren't making a mistake we'll all regret. I'll go prepare for battle. Call me if you need me. I think this is also the point where you just grind up for rings to get all endgame items for everybody, I suspect. Hey, Rouge.
Got something for me?
I have some Nocturnus tech for you.
Good, I'll take it. Ooh, another piece of Nocturnus tech. Help me control my excitement.
Oh. I guess Rouge just forgot that I already completed this mission.
You don't want any more tech? Okay.
Yay! Anything else we need to do at this point? May as well save here. We finally arrived at Chapter 10, and I think, once we hit Kron Colony, there's not much that's going to be stopping us from hitting up, the Citadel. Doesn't look like there's much else for me here to do, so, Chapter 10.
Let's do it to it.
Or at least we would if we actually just went to, into the Kron Colonyverse. I think this might be a good opportunity to, get all the characters leveled up, because it is a little bit annoying that you have to bring them out onto, I still have no idea what's going on there. Just want to check, one more time if there's anything specifically going on with that shop. Because otherwise, we may just have to leave it behind. Kron Colony, here we go. Fusion Fall was an old Cartoon Network browser based on MMO that had stuff of this, a lot of this action. Ah! Okay, that makes sense. Yep. Doesn't look like anything. It all comes down to this. Okay, so... Big, Rouge, Shadow. Just want to get everybody up to speed in terms of levels. Let's see, Big. What can we get on Big? Finally max out Feel No Pain, that's for start. Beep, 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 beep. Beep. I don't know, Fusion Fall just sounds like some kind of weird, Undertale... Undertale AU. Let's see, Knuckles... Omega... Doesn't seem like anybody else needs leveling up. Let's put Rouge in there just in case. Yep, Knuckles needs a level up. Let's see, Quake, Revolver Slam, nothing... And Omega. We finally get to max out Temporal Field. I don't think we're going to specifically be needing anyone particular for this particular excursion, so I'm going to just go with, the main four. You know, who are supposed to be the main cast of the Sonic series, which apparently doesn't have any according to Ian. That still seems baffling to me. The fact that Ian proclaims that the comics at the very least don't have a main cast, when for the longest time I felt that at the very least the main cast of Adventure 2 would just be just fine for a main cast in general, you know. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, Rouge, Robotnik. That seems like a fairly hefty main cast. Or if you really want to trim it down, then probably just the characters that are in the Minecraft crossover. Just Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, Robotnik. In conference is Foreman Crag. Not seeing visitors he. Ah, expecting you, is he?
Did everybody show up?
Arrived at all races.
And is everyone getting along?
Had us no riots or explosions of any kind.
Well, that's a good thing.
Agreed. Follow you in. Begin with the Twilight Congress.
Yay, more politics. You have anything for me, buddy? I guess not. You have anything for me, buddy? I suspect this area has a fair bit of endgame stuff as well. A Nocturne... Yeah, that's certainly a good one. Gold gloves, serrated claws... Immunity idol in the shape of Knuckles. Unfortunately, I don't have any rings at this point, so I may just have to leave all this behind. Politics? What is this, the prequels? But Val, I thought you were big into politics after the last... after your Final Fantasy.
Bicker you not over old rivalries. Not this the time for argument.
He's right. We have come together for a unified purpose. Says the new overmind of the Voxai. Tell me, child, how long before you had your old friends cleaning out your closets, eh? I didn't. Don't put your anger on the new ones, Zoa. Your problems are with us. What's going on here? I had a feeling this would happen. I have to get them to listen. Sonic! Ah, you're finally here. Tell this Nergal Slimeball that... Slimeball? Go launch an armada, you battle-hungry beast. Sonic, you have to do something. If they don't want to defeat Finevus, then why force him?
Enslaved us to Finevus. Defeat him, will we?
We've wanted to be free from Lord Finevus for a long time. You can't count us out now. Well, listen. You have earned that much. You saved my people. We'll follow you. We're all here because we want Finevus defeated, and the only way to do that is to take away his power source. Finevus stole from our worlds the 7 Chaos Emeralds and the Master Emerald. He gave Chaos Emeralds to each of you. We're not sure why. But he still has 2 of them, as well as the Master Emerald, which is a very old and powerful relic. Which, going along with the recent retcons, doesn't actually make all that much sense. It's like, the Master Emerald controls the Chaos Emeralds, except not really, because they're alien artifacts. We don't get it either. However, I imagine he could enslave you all and destroy our world. Nocturne has a repulsor field around it. We tried for ages to get through it, but it's unbreakable. There has to be a way through it. If we all work together, we can find a way. If we could get up there, Nocturnes could eat through the energy field. We could make a hole big enough for a small ship to pass through. We fired rockets at Nocturne before. They reached the repulsor field and blew up. Never could survive hitting the energy field.
Mine we an ore that deflects energy. Send we a ship made of such ore. Lodge it we could into the repulsor field and to chew through the Nergal can.
Problem here is knowing where to hit the field. We'll have to hit a weak spot or we won't have enough time. We can extend our senses to Nocturne to detect the weak spots in the field. Then we can send forts to the Zord to help target the weak spots. If this works, there could be a small hole in the repulsor field just large enough for the Cyclone to fly through. I want to speak with my team for a moment. I have a good feeling about this, Sonic. These 4 races are working together for the first time ever, just to help us defeat Finevus. This is incredible. I never would have imagined the Kron, Zoa, Nergal, and Voxai working together for a common cause. No doubt Finevus worked to keep them at each other's throats on purpose. He knew if they teamed up, we'd be doomed. Can we trust you to work together?
Trust us, you can.
We fought among ourselves for thousands of years. We're all here and no one has died. That's a sign that we all want peace.
If it gives us a crack at the Nocturnus, then we're in.
We are trustworthy. Then let's do it to it.
Formed we a plan. Go in now to prepare.
Once everything is in place, we'll wait for your mark to fire, Hedgehog. Good luck, everyone. We'll go fulfill our purpose. So, we pretty much just hit the end game now.
Nothing for it but to, I suppose take this moment to grind out levels, gather enough rings, gather equipment. I'm not entirely certain as to whether I should actually start up Nocturnus this stream. It's like, I've done pretty much all the stuff that I wanted to do, that just being, completing the Voxai colony, so... I don't think there's any side quests for us to do either, it's kinda strange. We may just have a check around, see if there's anything that I missed. I mean, obviously we need to hand in the rest of our stuff into Nestor for him to look at. I failed most of that and it still missed. Sonic is gaming. That's a good thought, actually. I'd never actually really considered Sonic to be much of a gamer. I figured he's just more into, I guess he just figured that gaming would probably just keep him in one place for too long. I mean, imagine at the very least he'd have some sort of augmented reality thing to do when he runs about. You know, just something that Tails gave him to while away the time while he's on the move. Don't really see Sonic using that either. I figured it would just distract from the world around him, which I think he'd probably just find more interesting. It's kind of weird, really. I don't particularly perceive most of the Sonic characters being quote-unquote gamers. Maybe Tails? This game's sound effect and tier 2 pal. You know it! It's like what these games are most known for. Honestly, the only character that could properly perceive being gamers would probably be the Chaotix, at the very least Vector and Charmy. I mean, Charmy, obviously, his mind is just completely saturated with the brain rot. He's all into mobile games and, whatever high fructose attention span destroying slop you see on YouTube nowadays. Just watches YouTube shorts, just plays a whole bunch of Roblox. Vector, I just imagine having just a massive, Actually, that probably wouldn't work. He'd probably just be into Guitar Hero or Rock Band, just trying to relive the olden days when he was in the band with Sonic. Ah, you've returned. You have anything for old Nestor? Should I have a look at this tablet we found? Ooh, interesting. What is it? Interesting. The precursors wrote that they spoke with the other races here at the time. They're trying to get an idea of how long they'd all be here. It says that, well, from what I could tell, time works differently here. A day could be years in one world and seconds in another. It explains a lot, including why I'm a legend in your world, when as far as I can tell, we've only been here a few years. Charmy, did you blow our rent on mobile? Gotcha again. Can I keep this? It could have serious effects on my scientific studies. You found something of your home. Is that... Yes! A Mark 1 Gizoid body shell! Ah, I remember. There used to be Gizoids all over the place. I even called one of them friend. Too bad, though. After we were stranded here, I couldn't find him. I guess he never made it through the wormhole. Sorry to hear about them moving on. A lost Gizoid. Could that have been Emerald? Emerald. You know a Gizoid named Emerald? We never named it. He says that as though his name was Emerald from the start and Sonic didn't just name him off the top of his head. I suppose if he was in your world and you met him, then that must be him. All others were accounted for. Such a sad story. He was a finest creation, but he had such a temper. Wait. I thought the fourth great civilization built the Gizoids. Fourth great civilization? Really? Impressive. Lord Fornervus will be pleased to know that Nocturnus went into the history books. Or what qualifies as the fourth great civilization now. Still have no idea. Yeah, this is basically the full reveal that the Nocturnus were the fourth great civilization. Not entirely certain as to what's going to replace him now that the Nocturnus has basically been canonized. And we've had all this talk about great civilizations in recent times, where you had the Ancients as the first, you had those who built the Gaia temples as the second great civilization. Then you had the Babylonians as the third great civilization, presumably. Hey, Denoise, we were just talking about civilizations. So that just leaves the fourth great civilization, which, I'm not 100% certain what it could be. Part of me kind of wants to say West Side Island, but I kind of feel that's a bit of a stretch.
Didn't ML destroy the fourth great civilization?
Oh, he did destroy us, from a certain point. Oh, that argument again. Alright, Ooby Dooper Nooby. Hitting us with a certain point of view thing again. The Gearzoids were the pinnacle of our technological achievement, and your ML was the best of them all. With the power of the Gearzoids, no one could defeat Finnervis. Not even the mighty Pachacamar could do more than stall him. Lord Finnervis led us to conquest and battle. With the Gearzoids at the head of the army, such violence and death. Such devastation! Then suddenly we were gone, whisked away to this place. Coincidence? Maybe. Perhaps there's more to it. Why did the Nocturnus get Gearzoids? Why, we created them, of course. Built a very labs that function within Nocturne to this day. Let's move on. I wanted to see anything like this again. Let's see, got anything else? Ah, what a lovely B-level coupler. You'll look great on my mantle. Wonderful. This just takes me back to a happier time. I think that's all, my main. My home is getting filled up with knickknacks. As I promised, I just finished decoding the script on this tablet I found. Strange, there isn't much written on this one, or rather, what is written is just repeated over and over. It says, "The will of August. Must escape August." I wonder, could August be the name of the higher being that created this place? Could August be a god? Imprisoned by a god in another dimension, this is worse than I thought! Go, my friends! Find a way out before it's too late! I have nothing left to learn, nothing left but to accept my fate. There has to be a way out for you. We were put here for a reason. No, my friends. I must go and think. I'll be fine here. Here in August's cage. Alright. I mean, I'll happily accept another 10,000. And like that, he's just gone. Any more side quests we need to do? Real quick. Doesn't look like it. The August event. Secret operations, Sector Carib. I think that's all. In which case, let's save up and head on into the end game. I don't think we'll go too far into it. We'll probably just get there and get through a whole bunch of the cutscenes. But I think aside from that, it definitely feels as though we have one more stream left in us for this. And after that, thinking of moving on to Sonic Rush. Well then, I guess we know what we have to do. You all ready for this? I think we are. We've been through a lot since you came back, Sonic, but I think we can do this. Something wrong, Knuckles? No. I'm ready. I'll tell you when I'm ready. Right, I better be sure before we go. This could be it, Sonic. Just gonna save here real quick. Yep, all that's left is the face of good old Finnervis. I'm ready. Let's start the attack. Let's go, Tails. Alright. Strap in, everybody. It's time. Tails to Zor Command. Come in, Zor Command. This is Zor Command, over. We're ready to go. Affirmative. Fire rocket cannon on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. And here I was thinking that Nocturne just looked like Castle Oblivion. I guess not, it just, I love how they're just slurping it like they have straws. Is it big in this game? Yes, he is. Now, Tails, go! It's closing! Faster! I can't! I'm giving her all she's got, Sonic! We're not gonna make it turn back! I can't! Tails, we can do this, we have to! I'll try.
There we go. I did it! Yay! Find a place to land, Tails. And quickly. Right. Everyone hold on.
Ah yes, and here we have the most infamous song in the game. Boom, boom, boom. There you go, the Scottish accent came around full circle. I was saving that. I was waiting so long to be able to do that.
Yeah, that was a close one. I hate to say it, but the repulsive field closed up behind us. I think we're stuck here. Oh great, Mom always told me one day I'd get stuck in an alien dimension without a change of clothes. I have to stop for this and then find us our way home. But how do we... The island, it's moving! Lord Finidivus is using the power of the Master Emerald to move the Nocturne towards the wormhole.
We can't let the Nocturne enter our world. We have to stop him.
We can do this.
I don't think so.
Who said that?
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain.
Oh great, more Gizoids.
The mighty Lord Ix has set his plan in motion. Your world will quiver in fear.
And you, Shade, Princess of Traitors. Don't think Lord Finidivus has forgotten you.
Come and face us if you dare.
Okay.
Who are they?
Scylla and Karib, the twin prefects of the Nocturnus army. They must have the last 2 Chaos Emeralds. If we can get those last Chaos Emeralds from them, we should be able to stop the Nocturne before it reaches the wormhole.
Let's split up. I'll take one team to go out to Scylla. Sonic, your team can go out to Karib.
Shay, do you have any advice about this place?
Not much. A lot has changed since I left to go to your world. But I will say this. Do not underestimate Scylla and Karib. They're Lord Finidivus' most prized warriors, more than a match for any number of Nocturnus soldiers. And they know we're coming. There's no telling what sort of traps and tests they have devised. Let's get started then.
I guess we're really doing this.
Scylla's rock is to northeast, Karib's lair is to the northwest. Then we'll go northeast.
Be careful, team.
And here is the other part. Just like in Metropolis, we have another segment where we split into 2 teams. From what I can tell, it's probably going to be best if I put Shadow at the very least in Knuckles' team so they can use Hardline. And maybe Cream to go with them. Then that just leaves Amy and... Who do I reckon should go on Team Sonic? That's the main question. Obviously Amy. I guess it's kind of open as to which one I can go for. I suppose, technically speaking, I'd be down powerhouses if I picked Rouge or B, so probably gonna take Omega. Yay, Cream leveled up. Only question is, I kind of... We'll put it into Revive. And Shade finally leveled up, meaning... I kind of want to level up a Kitten Rush in all honesty. Instant Scottish or Irish. It's hard to tell.
Hope yours will be alright. I guess we all better get moving.
I think there's something we can do in here if we go into the Blue Typhoon. I can't help but think I forgot to call it the Blue Typhoon, actually. Huh, I thought there was a thing you could do in here with Amy, but I guess not. Maybe I'll have to do that next stream. No matter, though. Honestly, starting to think this would probably just be a good place to end it for the time being. I know it's a little early, but, I definitely do think that, Nocturne would make an ideal final stream just going through all of it, so, I guess this will be where we stop. Just, one thing I want to do real quick. Just gonna pause it real quick. I think it's gonna be good to... I definitely do want to end this on, what this music is. The song has a powerful xylophone, yes. I want to end on what this song is supposed to sound like, so... just pause that real quick, because I can do that on a legitimate DS, and let's have a listen. This is what it's supposed to sound like. Again, this is like the most infamous song in the entire game. I think I'll just, allow this to play this out. Tune in next week for what will hopefully be the end of Sonic Chronicles The Dank Brotherhood. Glad at the release I have managed to get a couple of good laughs out of this, but, I'll see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.